Welcome to the 12 Hike Podcast, where we talk about all the ways you can get outdoors. This is Zach Jenkins. Thanks for listening. I'm super excited for today's episode. We've got the one and only, the modern mountain man, the 12 Hike OG, Mr. Brad Appendix on the show today. I was so excited that I actually split our episode up into two parts. The first part, we talk about why he started 12 Hike and how he got started in the outdoors. The second part, we couldn't help ourselves. We just started telling old outdoor stories. That's why I split it up. It seemed appropriate, and I didn't think you guys wanted to sit through an hour of us talking all at one time. So sit back, enjoy, and have a good day. It says you're connected to audio now.
How about now?
Perfect.
Dude, this is weird.
You get used to it. What's weird is when you go back to listen to everything and you have to hear your own voice.
Yeah, I don't want to hear my voice.
Well, you're going to.
Never.
Oh,
Never,
ever. So, we finally made it happen. I thought for sure that we were never going to be able to talk to each other on a podcast episode. Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm going to get it. I swear I will.
Whoever watches this is going to get motion sickness before they even get into the substance of it.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, perfect.
Now I don't have to hold on to anything.
There you go. And I can hear you just fine, so you're good.
Good.
Stop worrying about your hair, big shoots. You're not famous yet. Gee.
All right. You can edit that.
Stop touching the table. Just quit.
All right. Okay. I'm good. So, dude, love the suspenders. That's freaking awesome.
I know, right? This is the first time I've officially came out as a suspender wearer. So
seriously?
Yeah. Before now, no one's ever really seen me wear suspenders. So
well, now they know the real truth. But at least you got clothes on, though.
Yeah, I thought about not wearing a shirt for you, but
well, you're always wearing a sweater, bud. So
that's true. Underneath all of this is a lot more. I was looking at some pictures of me from way back in the day when I was on the beach or something. Holy Christ, I'm so white.
Yeah.
But then you look at the front of me, I look like a grizzly bear.
Yeah, it's a amazing contrast. Gotta love it.
God,
dude, that microphone is sweet, dude.
I know my whole setup. I really need to do a live video to show everybody. It's looking pretty nice.
That's pretty cool. It really is.
Yeah, I bought a new computer. I've got my new recorder, my digital recorder, the mic, everything's. I'm recording you two ways right now.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. So we'll have the video and the audio from this, and I'm recording a hard copy that will just go straight to an SD card.
Right. Cool.
So that way, if something happens here, I've always got a backup.
That backup. Oh. Good deal. Hey man, you guys see Big Run right now? It's got some pretty good fall colors going on.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, the foliage is on point right now.
When I woke up this morning and looked out my back door, the mountains are completely covered in snow.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That'd be amazing, man.
When we went to bed last night, it was all rock. I mean, there was no snow.
How cold did it get at your house last night?
I don't know. I had a long sleeve shirt on, a jacket, and a toboggan, and I was still cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
I think it got down to the mid 30s.
It's almost 70 right now here.
70?
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, trust me, you know me. I'd rather it be 30.
Oh, yeah. Especially for the kind of stuff that we like to do. Who wants to go out and hike in the swampy, humid heat of Ohio?
Exactly. And that's the truth. And if they have never experienced this weather, man, you got to wait until mid-fall before it starts feeling good. Because if not, you're going to be 80, 90 degrees hiking. The mosquitoes are still out.
Ticks.
The ticks, the chiggers, they'll just eat you alive, man.
No.
That's why, I mean, right now, it's just now the beginning of camping season for us.
Listen to how old we sound, because whenever we were in high school, we didn't give a crap what the weather was.
Oh, man, me and you've had plenty of trips out squirrel hunting and walking down to the river.
I was thinking about the river trips the other day. just kind of how we progressed in our camping, what we do when we camp.
Yeah.
I remember one of those trips that I had to hold you up so you could pee.
You know what's funny about that? I
What?
just told Mom last night about that. She had, I swear to it, that's funny because, guys, I swear, we didn't talk about this before. I swear. I said, guess what, Mom? I said, I literally had Zach Jenkins had to hold me up just so I could pee. She's like, oh my gosh, why are you telling me this now? I can't get in trouble now. But truth be told, I was still holding my chin down the way she didn't karate chop my throat.
Oh God. Well,
Yeah.
it's a good thing I wasn't there because both of us would have got a good tongue lashing probably.
Yeah. Yeah. The heck, there's times also that I don't think I could repeat on the internet. What the hell? We got in trouble with.
It's bad. So, but we've grown up.
Yeah.
And the reason we camp now is a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with what you're doing with 12 Hike. Let's let everybody know you were the guy that started 12 Hike.
How y'all doing?
So everybody is looking at royalty right now.
Yeah. Well, it's actually grown, and to be 100% honest, thanks to you, man, Zach Jenkins. You have done wonders for 12 Hike with the podcast. And if you guys haven't been listening or watching the podcast, if you're bored and you want something to do, you want to learn something, or you're just interested in what's going on out there in the outdoor world, give out podcast a check. It's amazing. Our website 12hike.com. It's getting a whole lot of blog posts. Check them out. We're just we're starting to get everything going.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you kind of asked me to help out because, truth be told, I was in a little bit of a bad way. After we moved out here, I love Colorado. It's great, but I haven't been working. I've been staying home with the kids. Don't have any friends out here yet. So, doing the podcast and helping grow the Facebook page and the website, it's really given me something to do.
Yeah.
And the podcast has been a blast. I've loved it.
Well, there for a while, I was working so much to where I couldn't put forth the effort into 12 Hike on the Facebook page. And I was trying to do some guided hikes, and we did a couple of them, and they were successful, and we had a good time. But it just got to the point where I was working so much in Ashland, it's about a 45, 50-minute drive from my house. So I couldn't have the time to give into it, to make it grow, to sustain it. And then I finally got hired with the same company, but in Portsmouth, which is like a 15-minute drive from my house. And the days off were a whole lot better in my favor. And I was thinking, how in the world can I make this puppy grow? Who do I trust? Who I know is the outdoor genius. And there was one. That's right. You have all right to flex. Because, there's just one guy, man, and I knew it had to be you. You're brilliant on this stuff. And if y'all don't believe me, read some of his articles. It's fantastic.
Well, I think some of the brilliance is just from boredom. I have a lot of time to think, so.
Well, I'm very glad and blessed that you decided to jump on board, and now it's our baby. We also have Sean Penix on board. I'm still looking forward to an exclusive 12 Hike member trip. It's going to happen sometime. I just don't know when.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but that's definitely have to happen.
It was too juicy of an offer not to accept because me and you go so far back.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed kind of silly to say, no, I don't want in on that.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for you and your dad, I don't think I'd be into hiking at all or camping.
Well, same thing here with Dad. You know the stories, but I'm trying to give a little bit of background, and I can't go too deep because some of the stuff is MA, X rated, R rated, TV 14 if you're a bad parent. Literally, he has the passion and the love for the outdoors, camping, hunting, fishing, and hiking a little bit here and there, and it just grew. And to be honest, Zach, you helped me grow into the outdoors too, man.
But see,
Going
I
behind
don't
your
see
house,
how.
going behind your dude. To me, those are memories that are literally engraved into my forefront. I'm talking the lanes behind your house with the trees, the collars, the squirrels. I literally nicknamed it Squirrel Heaven. And you've been back there way many more times than I have. The
Yeah.
turkey, the white-tailed deer, the gray squirrels. I remember wrestling up grouse.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's like that anymore because
Mm.
of the clear cutting. But man, I remember them things scaring the living crap out.
Oh yeah. They're called thunder chickens. They scare the shit out of you.
They will, man. I'm telling you, you better be wearing some good britches, but you're gonna come home a couple pounds heavier.
We live so close. What'd it take? Like 10 minutes to walk through the woods to get to your house?
Tops, yeah.
And in that little 10 minutes, I guess you're right. I mean, we had more adventures in that little strip of woods
I know.
than I could probably remember.
And thing is, I can see almost every tree from my house to your house. I can see every tree. I still know the multiple trails that were there, where the deer stands were that were put up years before. I can still see that stuff. I mean, even though it's all clear cutted up until that actual lane that goes up the
Yeah.
hill. But to me, man, that is a big big influence on my background for this stuff. Me and you going down to the river bottoms. We were teenagers, and I found a lot of trouble on my own, and I know you know that. But
Mm-hmm.
the times I wasn't in the trouble is the times I was with you, walking down to the river with a fishing pole in our hands, just now getting off school.
Oh yeah, for
To
sure.
me, that's memories. That's success to me.
I've got two like high school memories that really stand out to me. The first one, we were going squirrel hunting behind my house, and when we walked out of my house, we went to the left, like we are going to go up that lane that goes up the hill.
Yeah.
And we're bebopping through there, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw something move, and just instinct, I went boom, and a squirrel fell, and you just went.
It's like a Houdini, Merlin the Wizard,
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
crap, dude. That was like Daniel Boone back behind his back, between his legs, shot. You know what I mean? That was. But then again, dude, from where Corb trained you, what can you do? What else can you expect?
What's pathetic, as much as I love squirrel hunting and as much as I think I'm pretty good at it, Papaw always made me feel so inferior.
Do you know why?
Because he was good at it.
No, because he had the freaking patience, son, of a saint. Of a saint.
I'm going to write a story about him teaching me how to squirrel hunt, and it was agonizing. I loved it. I loved every second of it. But when you're a teenager and you want to rip and run and you got so much energy,
Yeah.
and you're trying to hunt with a 70-year-old man
Yeah.
that just wants to take his time,
Yeah.
you can't do it.
Yeah.
So and after that, going back to your house and skinning that squirrel,
Yeah.
really stands out, because you've never seen anyone skin him by the tail before.
Oh, I mean, hey, listen, if y'all don't believe me, I got pictures to prove it. He'll step on the tail on a stump and pull up on something, and it just comes off like taking off a glove. I've seen it. Now I tried the same thing, ripped the squirrel right in half. Like I said, this might be X-rated, but I'm telling you, the squirrel. See, look, you see my two hands? That's what happened. That's not what's supposed to happen.
No, it takes a little bit of finesse.
But it is amazing. But Corb showed you, and
Oh yeah,
and you showed me on that trip we did in Wayne National.
yeah.
And I think my brother Lee, he tried it, and
Because Lee had never seen it, he didn't believe that I could do it.
but from Dad, ever since I was a youngster, it cut the little slit in the back, and you just peel it apart, and you pull the back legs out, pull the front legs out. But then again, you had to keep the heads for the brains.
That's the whole reason I skinned them the way I did. Not only did I have to keep the heads, but once you got inside the squirrel, we had to keep the liver, the heart, and the kidneys, because Papaw ate all that stuff.
Right.
He enjoyed eating squirrel legs, but he enjoyed the brain. Like, that's what he went for.
People don't understand, man. That's true old school and that's a delicacy. That's what they enjoyed it. It's not because it's a dare or anything like that. They enjoyed it. Just like you tell me about head cheese. It's like, really? Look, I remember the first time you told me about that. I'm like, I mean, I'll eat a lot of crazy stuff. I ain't going to eat no head cheese.
The head cheese is weird, and then Papaw made gravy one night for dinner, and I got the spoon and I ladled out a big thing of gravy, and it had a chicken foot in it. I remember holding the spoon going, really? What are we doing with a chicken foot, Papaw? He goes, oh, give me that. There's a lot of good meat in there.
Ooh, I'm good.
It's a chicken foot. There's no meat in there.
There's in there. There's nothing in there.
Gums and all, just.
Well, it's just like, taking your time to get the marrow out. You know what I mean? Inside the bones. Mm-hmm. Which I will admit, dude, I think it tastes amazing. But I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work that hard to get that. It's just like crab legs.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good meat. But I ain't cracking. I ain't sitting there cracking. I'm a fat guy, everybody. 300 pounds. I got things to do. Food to eat.
I think it's important to note that it's not that you're lazy. It's just your priorities are different. And if you have to work ultra hard for something, no, it ain't worth it. So the second memory that really stands out in high school for me, we went to Camp Creek, and it was where they used to baptize people. And I remember we just had a fishing pole apiece, and we took our little tub of night crawlers and put them in the creek, and they just floated along with us. And do you remember how many fish we caught? I don't.
Dude, it was 30, 40. It was amazing, actually. That was one heck of a time we had, and that was when Camp Creek was deep enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And seriously, man, just like we had water up to our chest, and the tub of worms is sitting there floating beside us, just catching rock bass and
catfish. I think you caught a catfish.
Catfish. I know Camp Creek's real popular for pumpkin seeds, so mm-hmm. I would imagine some orange puppies were in there too.
But that sums up, I think, our high school experience, pretty like the healthy side of our high school experience.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Other than music, because let's be honest, before we were rabid hunters and campers and outdoorsmen, we were metalheads.
Absolutely, man.
Maybe absolutely. at the same time, they're not exclusive.
No, dude, I still love heavy metal, but you're right, man. That consumed a lot of our time and interest, ambitions. That was, the guitar, the drums, the new albums. That's when you could still read lyrics. Now I don't think it's even worth it because I just don't think it makes sense personally.
No, me and Leah talk about this all the time. There's no reason to listen to new music because all the good music's already been made.
Absolutely. And I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that.
Brad, you even took a bullet for me.
I know. That's one of the stories I said is that's X-rated, man. I mean, I know exactly what was said, but I would take a bullet for you anytime.
We can censor it. So we're up there, For Whom the Bell Tolls, right? Metallica. Great song. And I'm just learning how to play guitar. Brad's been playing drums for a long time, and I'm trying to sing and play guitar at the same time. Well, I'm perfectly fine until I have to say that first line, and I can't do it. My brain can't wrap itself around the concept of playing guitar and singing at the same time. So we tried a few times, and finally I get frustrated and go, F me in the A on the microphone. We were home alone, we thought.
Oh, man.
And that's when I hear, Bradley, get down here right now.
You said it on the microphone.
I know, dude. It was loud as crap.
Oh, yeah. I think our neighbors heard it.
Oh, probably. So I don't know what happened from there except for when you came back. So what happened when you got downstairs?
As you say, I heard what you guys have said. So what are you guys up there doing? I said, listen, Mom, we're up there. We're playing this song. I was trying to sing it, showing Zach, what's going on with this song. You know better than that. You can't say stuff like that. You guys gotta turn that music down, all that. I'm just thinking, you know what? The son should get the blame. You know what I mean? That's my boy. I don't let my boy hang. This ain't no way. I'd do it. I'd do it again 1,000 times. I don't give a shit.
Well, what was the consequence for taking the bullet for old Zach here?
Oh, I got smacked in the mouth.
I thought she also put soap in your mouth, like Dawn.
I think I might know that was when I was younger. I think we done stopped that at that point. But y'all listen, don't do that to your kids. That shit's poisonous. All right, I can still taste Don soap right there in my mouth. It's like no, no bueno, no good.
We made your mom so mad a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
The pots and pans were probably the worst.
Lord,
that was bad.
Lots of pots and pans, Bobby. Lots of pots and pans.
Yeah. So growing up out in the woods, having fun. Okay, let me back up. I tried my best to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah,
or at least keep you safe when you got in trouble.
Yeah, and you did. You did.
Did getting outside, as your life went on, did it play a role in you kind of turning things around? Because I know I was worried about you.
Oh, dude, I was in a really, really bad spot. Okay, the type of trouble that you can find to get into in Southern Ohio, that was my game, and this is before all the real bad stuff was happening. And thankfully enough, my parents, dad and mom, they found out what I was doing, and they said, this stops right now. But to be honest, I was addicted, and I developed my own therapy, and that was going squirrel hunting in our patch of woods, Zach, every single day. Guys, I was an adult at this time. Whether I killed a squirrel, that really didn't matter. It was more for the peace and peace of mind that was brought with it. This one time, a blue jay literally escorted me out of the woods. I'd walk, 10 feet and it'd fly up on another branch. That happened, bud, for at least 150, 200 yards. It
really?
Escorted me right out of the woods. And I'm extremely religious. I believe in Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. But I also believe that was a sign from Jesus that everything's going to be okay, that I can make it through this. To stay on the path, stay on the straight course. And ever since then, I take bluebirds or blue jays as a sign that everything's going to be okay and anything is going on. But ever since then, I found out there is a spiritual peace of mind, a spiritual reset, a stress reset button. It is that the outdoors will give you, whether it be sitting at the lake with a bobber and a hook and don't really care at all if you catch a fish, or if it's going back there by the cemetery in the woods. We got a gun, but you're not really hunting. If you find a big tree, you sit down and you pray pretty much for a half an hour, and it feels like everything's been lifted. It could be hunting and just accidentally snoozing off, waking up to a really big tree, a tree just falling, big old loud crash, boom! It's like, holy crap!
Did that happen to you?
Oh yeah, back here in between Slate Run and Big Run here.
I've never fell asleep in the woods.
Oh, dude, I do it on purpose now. It's amazing.
It was weird whenever I was out hunting out here, and I was, walking through the mountains for mule deer. I didn't care if I shot one. Right. I'll be honest with you. I've never shot a deer. If presented with a chance, I will shoot one.
I know in Paradise, that should have been yours.
Listen, after we're done with the 12 hike stuff, I want to talk about a few stories because they're fun. We've had some good stories.
Yeah.
But on my way out of the woods one evening, I thought, you know what? To me, hunting isn't all about just the shot of an animal.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Getting to watch them in their natural habitat, see what they do, look at the things that you're not even looking for.
Right.
The blue jay.
Yep.
And I think if people spend enough time in the woods, they'll find their blue jay. Everybody does.
Oh, dude, and I 100% agree. And I've seen it work, and actually from all your podcasts, I find out that more and more people kind of feel the same way, and that's spread all across America, and it literally, it means everything to see people looking for nature for that therapy or whatever. It's amazing. That's kind of what started the 12 hike. I wanted people to experience and feel what Mother Nature has already provided for us. It's free. Yeah, you might get into fishing or hunting or kayaking or canoeing, and it could take up some of your money. But trust me, that's money well spent. Well spent, because what you get in return is priceless. It really is. Just like
I've noticed the big culture difference. Like here, everybody embraces the outdoors. They love it.
Yeah.
But it seems like back home, you don't see that broad desire to be outside.
Right.
I wonder why.
Well, to tell you the truth, Zach, me and Dad's we've mentioned it a couple times in the past couple of years. The community of people primitive camping, or even RV camper camping, okay, has grown immensely. Okay, the campgrounds are starting to fill up. And it's not just the major holiday weekends that they're filling up on. It could just be a random weekend. And the campgrounds are showing. Now, ever since the coronavirus pandemic began, I think a lot of people, I mean, hundreds and thousands of people, are turning to Mother Nature. They're finding out things that they didn't know existed before. And I think they're hooked. I think it's going to stay even after this is over. I think, I don't know about all of them, but it has a hook. It's got a magnet, and it's going to stick.
The thing that's great about it, getting outside, being outdoors can be as expensive or as cheap as you want it to be.
Yeah.
If you're one of those people that enjoys bird watching, you can get a pair of binoculars, and that's it. Yep.
That's it, baby. That's all you need. That, or maybe a doodle pad.
Yeah. Go get a bird book.
Yeah.
Check those out from the library.
Yep.
Or if you want to be one of these guys that spends 5 days up in the mountains chasing elk and load up your stuff. I'm talking 4-season tent, best rifle, sleeping bag, all that crap.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars of gear.
Yeah.
You can do that too, but you don't have to do that. Mother Nature's free. It's for everybody.
Man, that's a point I've made a lot, man. If you want something to do, you know how many times I've seen people post on Instagram and Facebook, bored, what can I do? Don't, what's there to do? Man, I'm telling you, go to your nearest park or nearest forest park or whatever, state park, federal, and go take a walk. It's free. Mm-hmm. Go take a walk. Go. We all got the nice smartphones and stuff. Go take some pictures. Make a collage. It's free. Yeah. Go play in a creek. Build a rock bridge. You're never too old to build a rock bridge.
I'd like to remind everybody this episode has a part 2, so make sure you check that out if you want to hear some silly hunting stories from me and Brad. I'm glad Brad invited me along on this crazy ride. We're having a lot of fun, and we've got some really good ideas coming up. Also, be sure to like our Facebook page, 12 Hike. Make sure you like our Instagram page, 12 Hike Challenge. Go to our website, 12hike.com. We've got an online store that's getting started up. We'll be sharing that here soon. And also, be sure you tell everybody about the podcast. You guys make everything possible, and we need all the help we can get.